Hey yo, it's BradenLord. Welcome back to Rome Total War. And if you remember last time we crushed more Parthians and Egyptians into the ground, and today, you know what? Let's make it an even 20 parts. Today we're going to finish this LP, guys. It's been awesome. Got lots of good feedback and good support on it. And it's good. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did the Pontus LP because you know, Julia and all the Romans are way overdone. And, you know, Pontus is unique. There's not too many LPs of Pontus, and I haven't found a really good longish one out there. I found one good short one, but, you know. Here we go. For the internet, I gave a good Pontus game. And we're going to jump right in, and we're just going to go until we finish this thing. We got 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6 more territories to capture, and 3 of them are within 4 turns. The rest of them belong to this guy. It's up to this dude to take the rest of them. So we're gonna siege Thebes here, and this guy's our faction heir, Prince. I didn't notice that before, and he's got really good command. He's all around probably one of our best generals. It seems like all our best generals end up being our faction leader at some point. Macedon's strongest faction again. More construction going on. And all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. There really wasn't that much construction this turn, you know, for 20 territories, that's pretty low. Not going to complain, because that allows us to build up more money reserve. And, you know, having this much money reserve pretty much is going to float me for the rest of the game. Even if I have almost no income, I can just keep supporting my cities through my treasury, so we don't have to worry about money for the rest of the game, which is awesome. Not that I think our income's going to drop or anything, but, you know, just saying. And they only have 3 turns on these cities. And Coitus the Wrathful, you know what? I'm going to send him to go fight Cyrene, because we really don't need his help against Parthia. And I'm going to bring him over here to Antioch. In Antioch, I'm going to construct a little mini fleet here out of Quinremes, or however you want to say that. Translating to 5-decked ships, which are pretty awesome. Best ship in the game. Well, the best ship for normal factions in the game. The Scipii are the only ones with unique ships, and they are way better. Those unique ships are way better than, you know, Quinremes, or however you want to say them. Looks like Egypt has quite a sizable force around here, so we might have a cool battle, an epic battle. And the plague has struck. Huh. That means Alexandria's going to be losing a lot of population. Soldiers are going to be dying. The city's pretty much going to be shut off from the outside world for a few turns. If you shuffle around guys that are plagued, you tend to get plague spread to other settlements, so don't spread your guys around. And during the first term, your trade routes and stuff aren't cut yet, so it can spread to a couple other cities, and hopefully won't spread to that many, because, again, we have a lot of trading going on, so... At least it's not a crucial time when that struck. I mean, if it would have struck earlier, like, a more crucial time in our empire, but fortunately, we're pretty good off right now, and we can handle a plague, which is awesome. Especially in our land that's, like, not initially ours. Not our homeland, you know. Not a problem. Macedonia is kind of posturing their fleets here. Maybe I should have built some ships. If I start building now, it's not going to be enough if they decide to blockade me. So it's no big deal. I can let them blockade me. Didn't look like they had any troops on the ships, so all good. 7 turns till Thebes gives out. If we clash, I'll probably end up siege attacking, maybe auto-managing. And Parthia isn't doing anything with their settlements, which is interesting. Move this guy. He's got maybe 3 turns until he can get on the boat. So that'll be pretty nice. Yep. Okay, the plague spread to Rhodes as well. Luckily, Rhodes is already building towards the next level, so that's not going to hold it back. And I'm going to retrain some of the guys. I usually like to save it until after the plague is done, and I'll probably do that from now on. And Alexandria has the plague, of course. We saw that last turn. And that is a set event. There's plenty of set plagues in the game, but there's also random chances of random plagues, as well as like earthquakes and stuff happening across the world. And you aren't really notified of that unless they strike in an area you are close to or any of your guys are in. Because it's probably been happening in the West quite a bit. We just haven't had many natural disasters here. But it's all random. So there's probably been plenty in the rest of the world, just not here. And you're generally not notified unless it could have affected or did affect some of your guys. And good old building stuff around the kingdom. Still pushing economic and then military if we run out of buildings, basically, is what I'm going for. That's generally how I like to build when I have cities. When I have enough cities that can produce really good military, I try to focus economic, just push economic, and then don't build military unless it's the only thing you can build. Because you always want to keep building, because that increases your score if you keep building every turn. Which score isn't really a big part of the game, but you know, I'm just thinking about it. Plus, it's nice to be building stuff in every city all the time. The armies don't seem very advanced, but I mean they have quite a few men here, and it could be an interesting battle. We'll have to see if they decide to attack us, which they should. I don't know why they wouldn't. And Parthians have one turn left on all three of these settlements, so it's up to them to try to break the sieges on all three of them this turn. And the Egyptians did attack. Only one of the... Maybe it combined, I'm not sure. But... No, it didn't combine. It's just one of the armies attacked. And... Alright, the balance meter says it's going to be a decently good battle, so we'll see. Brave men are the city's strongest tower of defense. Yeah, okay. Alcurus. Alcacus. Cactus. Al the Cactus. Al the Cactus is pretty smart, you know. So how's it going today, guys? It is a warm day once again. It's going to be warm all week here, and yeah, things are looking pretty good as far as summerage goes down here, and pretty much done with winter, definitely, which is really early. But it's Michigan, you know, it could snow next week, and it wouldn't be out of the ordinary. That's why I love Michigan. Just so random. Just like me. And, okay. So we're kind of down the hill, so I'm going to move my guys up. And, of course, going to move my Jav Cav and Chariot Archers out. Oh, I just love these units. And if I play as a different faction at some point, I'm going to miss having Jav Cav and Chariot Archers. They're just so fun. And, you know, Pontus does have the best Jav Cav in the game, so if I play as any other nation, they're not going to be as good. Pontus Heavy Cav are the best Javelin cavalry in the game. Numidian cavalry rival their attack power, but Numidian cavalry do not have enough defense to really stand up to Pontic Heavy Cav. Because Pontic Heavy Cav can fight as line cavalry, kind of like shock cavalry. Well, not shock cavalry, but they can batter enemy units and fight in melee pretty well. And, you know, they're also a very potent ranged threat. And as you see, we're just chopping up everything in the background here. Our Jav Cav are engaging their general, and it's pretty much their phalanxes left. So that was pretty easy, the first army. The second army is coming in, though. I can see it in the corner there. And, yeah, we're just going to try to run down everyone. Move our chariots over here. Put them at fire at will again. And our Jav Cav over here. They're starting to come back from routing, but our archers and our phalanxes should be able to take them out while we go harass them with our Jav Cav. And they still have onagers from the last time, because we didn't totally eliminate the unit. So we're going to have to deal with them again, which hopefully can take out with our Jav Cav before they reach the initial army. That's kind of my hope. I'm going to have my chariot archers here to harass their lines and pretty much cause chaos. They did hit one of my chariots with a rock from the catapult, so it was good shooting by them. We'll probably take some casualties from the onagers, but not, I wouldn't imagine too many. And I'm going to try to move this one down and swing them around the whole army to try to get to the onagers. No, no. And apparently the first army routed completely, so that's cool. One of our chariots routed, but he was a distraction. Trying to engage their general, no, that's not going to work. We did take out a couple of his bodyguard, but, you know, not enough. And we're going to rotate our main army, because first army routed, as I said before. And our chariots did take out the onagers, the onager crew, pretty successfully. And I'm going to try to have them sweep in and maybe do some casualties against these units, because they're not going to really get around them, and they have ranged units, so I might as well just charge in right now. And they did take a couple, but they lost most of their unit. And their general's charging up, trying to support a unit of phalanxes. And we're going to shower him with archer fire. And look at that. Look at that. Pew, 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 pew. Wow. I love archers. I love ranged units in this game, to be honest. They're so awesome. And they're so... I mean, especially early on, it's really hard to use them because you don't have enough good supporting units. But late in the game like this, they just tear up everything. I love ranged units so much. And yeah, Romans have pretty good selection of ranged units because they actually have Jav Cav as well, and they're decent Jav Cav. They're not. I think they're the same as Pontic Light Cav as far as their stats. They might have a little more morale, but you know they're better than standard light Jav Cav that other nations get. And we're gonna move our Cav down here to engage their division infantry. Our phalanx pikemen are handling the highly depleted Pharaoh's Guard pretty easily. Probably taking a few casualties, but not too bad. And we grabbed the whole army, so we're going to continue to try to run down as many as we can and hope that maybe they give up the city. And if they don't, I might just go ahead and auto-manage that because, honestly, there's really no point in fighting that. It's just going to take way too much time. And clear victory, of course. They have 7 men left. Their general did survive. I forgot about that. So they are going to survive. So I'm probably just going to siege assault and get it over with. And my computer's being loud again because... Oh, never mind. The strong did what they could and the weak suffered what they must. How? What? Dude, that was such a fitting quote for the situation. I mean, the strong did what... I did what I could and the weak just got destroyed. And here comes a ship battle. Clear victory, but I did lose quite a bit of ships there. Kind of a poor victory. And Parthia is trying to sally forth against this army. The army with their Cappadocian Cav, led by a captain. And this will be interesting, because I hopefully will get to use my Cappadocian Cav here. Assuming my phalanxes and archers don't just rip up their whole army right away. Which they probably will. But at least you got to see my Cappadocian Cav before the end of the game. And, the generals. They are numerous and not so good for much. Not good for much. Not so good. Where did I get the so from? Anyway, look at these guys. They're pretty sexy. They look similar to the heavy generals, except that they have a cataphract horse. They have an armored horse, and the generals don't have an armored horse. That's really the only difference between them. And the Cappadocian cavalry, as a result, have more armor, but are slower and tire easier. And I'm going to move them to the right flank here, move my infantry and my archers up front, and just wait for them to assault, because it's their initiative. And do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Are they bugged or something? Hey, pink guys, it's your assault, you know. Well, I'm going to prompt them. I'm going to move the archers up and shoot at them. You know, I mean, if they don't want to come out, I can shoot at them. I have rams in case this gets really annoying and they decide not to attack at all. I can just ram in there and destroy them. And I'm going to zoom in and be the arrow for a little bit there. If you want to know how to do that, like that was a similar thing I did in the episode 8 with the epic battle. You use the delete key when you're selecting a unit, and it will follow the unit. And if the unit is a projectile unit, Once it shoots its projectiles, the first projectile to leave, your camera will follow. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Especially used for onagers, because I mean it's really cool looking with onagers. Unfortunately, in this LP, I haven't been able to use onagers offensively. Well, kind of my own choice, but onagers really slow down. Siege, if you have an army of siege equipment, it really slows down your army. So it's a trade-off, and I chose in this LP to not utilize onagers because we're doing good enough without them, as you can see. So it looks like I'm gonna have to siege assault. I don't want to, but you know that's the way. That's them breaks. And the power meter still says that they have a chance, and I don't know about that one. We're gonna shoot them in the back here, and if they try to come out in the front, my other unit will start shooting at them. And they're gonna try to go over here. They're gonna come back because they're the wall guardians, and they're gonna get shot. Shot. Da. You are going to die. See if they can survive one more pass. Maybe. Oh, they got shot down after they routed. Awesome. Excuse me while I take a drink here. Crystal gold. Well, water. But, you know, water's good for you. Drink it. Drink a lot. Water is so good at tasting. And good for you. So there you go. No calories unless, you know, you have like extra crap in your water, which in that case probably not the best water to be drinking. And I gotta say, in Detroit, you know, the water's kind of, but it's better than not having water. So there you go. And I really can't complain about the water because, you know, there's plenty of people that don't have access to fresh. I mean, a lot of people, this water would be just tastes like pure nectar, you know. Metaphorically speaking, it wouldn't. It would still taste the same, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Anyway, gonna put up a phalanx unit and block that hole. Gonna keep this phalanx unit here back for reserve. Gonna move my archers up and fire on them because the AI has a reflex. If you're close enough to the town center and you're firing at them with missiles, they will charge at you once you hit them with missiles. So we're gonna shoot some missiles at them. And then turn off fire at will mode so I don't get any friendly fire. I already got one friendly fire, but you know, try not to get any more. And maybe they might not charge because, okay, I have to keep firing. So I'll get some friendly fire, but we'll be able to just watch the dance of the idiots. Just charge right into my spears. Oh, come on. Come on. You can do it. You can die. Dying is fun. Oh. And they're out of guys, so I'm going to charge in. And here comes their general. Oh, he's mad. He's Eastern Infantry, though. Oh, he took some casualties in melee range. Wow. Took like 5. Pretty surprising. But we're going to be able to hunt him down, and he's dead. So, clear victory. Only lost 14 men. And 10 of those were friendly fire, it looks like. So, you know, they only killed 4 guys with 500. Pretty bad. Pretty bad military strategy and training there, I must say. Gonna occupy Fraspa. And the Parthians are gonna attack with that large army I wanted to get rid of. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. And we will happily engage them. Rome total war. The true contempt of an invader is shown by his deeds of valor in the field. And yes, I am the invader, and I will show my deeds of valor. I will destroy them pretty harshly. Now, they have a couple good cataphract generals, so, I mean, those are going to be hard to take out. But other than that, not really a problem. Not really a problem at all. And, you know what? We're going to line up to attack the city attackers. And if we don't end up having to fight them, we can get on this hill behind us here. And that will be a good place to fight the initial army, if the second army never comes. So, it works both ways. So that's why I'm going to position my guys over here. And again, you can see the city off in the background, and the city when you're battling next to a city, you can always see it on in the background, in case you want to know where the city guys are going to come in from. And it doesn't look like they're coming. If they're going to come later, well, I'm going to have to deal with that, I suppose. Cross that bridge when we come to it. We got a lot of phalanx troops, so they're going to have a hard time destroying all these phalanxes. I don't even know how it's possible. My phalanxes outnumber them like 2 to 1 at least. And, you know, I'm going to probably try to kill them with my Jav Cav and Chariot Archers and see how that goes. Because that's what I like to do. I like to use my phalanxes are kind of like my last resort infantry. Their main job is to just kill the enemy. And they're jumping in with one of their generals right away. Hopefully my pikemen can hunt them down. And we're going to try to phalanx. We're going to put all my guys in phalanx mode, and these stupid Bedouin warriors are going to charge my chariots. Oh, come on, you can't lose that many guys to a group of cav. Come on. And you can hunt them down. Come on, you can do it. Come on. We got a lot of slingers back here. We can probably afford to take them out. Jav Cav are going to harass all their spearmen. And holy cow, that's bad. But we're going to run them through here, and our chariots our pikemen should be able to handle them. We're going to lose some archers, but I think it's worth it in the long run. And it looks like our chariots got caught in the mix with their general. I forgot to put skirmish mode back on. So that kind of sucked. We lost our chariots already. Our Jav Cav are going to keep skirmishing. I'm going to try to move them up all on this hill so I can move and get some tactical movement on some of their guys. That'll be nice. And move them up here and such. Good. Trying to get a trifecta. And our general got in combat again with their... How did he not take many casualties at all? I gotta be watching our general. I forgot I left him out in the middle. And while I was gone, they attacked. Took a couple casualties, but we were able to take that unit. And their general's walking up right next to our line, so we're going to engage. It's going to take a little bit to take these guys down. And there you go. Boom, boom, boom. Enemy general is dead. Their secondary general is still alive somewhere. If he came back from routing, I'm not sure. We did not kill the secondary general right away. Not that that's a big deal or anything. I'm just saying. And that unit routed. And that unit routed. And this unit should rout pretty soon. And boom. Boom, 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 boom. That's like 80% of their spearmen. Again, Eastern Infantry mercenaries are the worst in the game. By far. By far. And there's their general. Or there's their secondary general coming back. So we're going to try to engage him. And looks like our chariots came back from routing. And they just got slaughtered by the slingers. Nice. And we're going to try to chase these guys down because Jav Cav are faster. Even heavy Jav Cav are faster than cataphracts. And then we should be able to hunt down the slingers. And he's dead. Awesome. Can chase down the slingers. And that should be the end of this army, I believe. Boop, boop, boop. Go hunt him down. So you can destroy. You can do it. Come on. Who's left? Oh, Unit Eastern Infantry came back. Oh boy. Oh boy, they're going to take me. Oh, they routed. Let's just continue and run down this unit, and then we can end the battle. That was a good victory. We killed 2 of their generals, and we only lost our chariot archers, really. So, not a bad victory at all. That's an interesting quote from Homer. Not going to say it because I ran out of time. And we took Dumatha and Arsacia. So now we have everything in the Middle East over here. We have a contiguous empire that spans the borders here. All we have to do now is push east in the south. Push towards the southeast and wipe out the Egyptians. And we will have won. The Rhodes and Alexandria continue to have the plague. I think I'm just going to leave them alone from now on. And when the plague runs out, then I'll retrain the guys in the cities. And Rhodes did become a large city on that turn too, so awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. And we're going to build some more farms and stuff. All good. This guy's got a couple turns left until he gets on the boat. Then we can send him down to attack Cyrene, which is just one of the smallest problems in the Middle East. And it's probably a city by now, but it starts off as a small Greek town. They must have rebelled. It must have been a rebellious colony or something. Not sure. And the Macedonians did blockade our port, so that means we are at war with the Macedonians. War has been declared with the Macedonians. There's no land aggression yet, but we're still at war. And I'm going to engage, and I'm going to auto-manage, because they really have nothing. And even auto-managing, we still lost 50 guys somehow. I don't know how that's possible. Going to exterminate, going to kill 20,000 Egyptians. You know how it is. And look at that. Look at how much happiness there is. Yeah, it's got to get rid of culture penalty, because there's no way I would be that happy otherwise. I'm talking about the pyramids wonder. There's no way we would be that happy without it. You know what's interesting? I just realized we have 6 out of the 7 wonders of the world. That's pretty awesome. So playing as a Middle Eastern faction, you get 2 bonuses that you don't get as playing as any other non-Roman faction. First, you don't have to fight the Romans, really. I mean, unless the Romans were to take Cyrene and stuff, I would have to fight them a little bit, but not majorly. And 2, you get really good wonders. You get access to the Colossus at Rhodes and the Tower of Babylon, or the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which increase your income quite a bit. The Mausoleum and the Temple, also in Asia Minor, there's 3 wonders in 3 territories next to each other, and those 3 give pretty good, or the 2 on the land give pretty good bonuses. They reduce the time it takes to build buildings, and dramatically reduce the cost of religious buildings. So that's awesome. And the Egyptian wonders, I mean, they make it so your ships sink less. I guess it's okay. And when you're taking the Egyptian land, it's a lot easier for you, which is kind of nice. I like that. I'm glad I know what that wonder does now. And the city we just took, their old capital, can be upgraded to a large city, so we're going to do that. They must have been really out of money if they couldn't upgrade their city to a large city. That's just sad, guys. Come on. Come on. Really. And Dumatha is looking good. So we don't have to worry about any threats from the east anymore. Only from the north and possibly from Macedon. I'm going to have to monitor their ship activity, and we'll see. We'll see if we have to worry about anything. There's not that many factions left. There's only about 10. We got all the Romans. We got a couple barbarian factions left. And other than that, there's really nothing much going on. Pergamum is a huge city. Woo! Locally grown huge city. Awesome. And look, this guy's got a lot of influence. I mean, he's pretty good. We can build a loose magnet, but I think I'm going to build a merchant's quarter, because that gives plus 10% public order, as well as giving extra money, because it's a market upgrade. A lot of the buildings in huge cities are pretty awesome, I gotta say. And I'm probably not going to end up building a foundry in this LP, but a foundry is pretty awesome. You're going to want to get one. If you're playing vanilla, it gives plus 2 to armor and weapons for every unit. And on my version, it gives plus 2 armor and weapons, plus 1 experience. So, you can get silver experience bands just from training in a city. Under my game rules. But, you know, I mean, that's my game rules. If you want to find out how to mod games like that, I don't know. I could explain it, I guess, but it's not that complicated. You could probably just Google search it and find it easier than it would be for me to explain it. We're going to destroy the Temple City, which is a huge city temple. And the final temples of the game for all nations, except the Eastern Pontus, Armenia, and Parthia, do not get a 5th level temple. But for everyone else, besides barbarians, of course, but for everyone else, 5th level temples, they give a lot of bonuses. They're just like they do the step up tier wise, same thing as other temples, but They also give bonuses that they kind of combine the other temples of the nation. You know, they kind of give bonuses like, say you have a population growth temple, you have a public order temple, and you have the trade temple. And say you built the 5th level trade temple building. It's going to give like the 5th level trade bonus, but it's also going to give a bonus to happiness and a bonus to population growth. It's usually akin to the 2nd level temple in bonus. So the 5th level temples are really good, and they're really worth getting. Glad I explained that, because I'm never going to see one in this LP. Besides the one I just destroyed, that is. And, yeah, looking pretty good all across the Empire. And Fraspa can build a port. I'm kind of surprised by that, but I guess it is kind of on the... Is it the Bering Sea, Black Sea? I don't even remember. And we can see Silva on this turn, and that's what we'll do. And in, I don't know, 7-ish turns, we should be able to take that over. Unless this guy comes in and attacks. That should be a good battle. That should be a good battle. 2 family members. That other guy's got pretty good command. So that should be an interesting battle. This Carthaginian guy's still hanging around here, and he bought some mercenaries. But I should be able to handle him with the fleet in Antioch, or the guys in Antioch, if he decides to get a little angry at me for some reason. He's been sitting there the whole game. I don't even know what his beef is, or how he got here. Yeah, how did that Carthaginian guy get here, anyway? I don't know. He was traveling through Egypt, I remember, and then he came up there. But I don't even know why or how. Kind of weird. And this land to the north still belongs to Parthia, but those settlements up there aren't very fruitful, so I'm not going to worry about Parthian invasions, really. If they do invade, I should have enough guys to defend. And ending the turn. Another faction destroyed. Britannia is destroyed now, so we're down to only a couple barbarian factions. That means somebody took the Isles of Britannia, which is pretty impressive, because the computer usually doesn't go that far. In Sinope, we're going to build some more buildings. We're going to build some more buildings. We're going to build some more buildings. And call it good. And I'm going to move this fleet down. It's going to take about 4 or 5 turns, maybe, to get over to Cyrene. So, doing pretty good. They got some new ships in here. Let's go check them out. And this... Oh, snap. They have an army. And, okay, Royal Pikemen are exactly the same as... They're pretty much palette swaps of Bronze Shields. They aren't in the vanilla game, but I made them all equal. Because I figured, you know what, they're the same level. Why can't they be all equal, you know? But in the vanilla game, Bronze Shields have higher shield defense than Silver Shield or Bronze Shield Pikemen. I mean Royal Pikemen. And Macedonia has some good units too, like Macedonian and Campanian Cav. They're pretty balanced force. They're kind of low on the archer, kind of low on the range units. All they have is archers for range units, archers and peltas. They do have ballistas and onagers too. We're gonna set up this navy here and try to intercept it. Maybe it looks like they're probably going for Rhodes, but who knows where they're going. It's a pretty weak navy that's holding that. So maybe we'll be able to fight them off. And another navy engaged us. We were able to win that. And we should win this one, but no, of course not. Why would we win it when we could? And Amos Filamenter and Neos Filamenter are trying to fight me off, and we'll see if they can. I really doubt it, though. They must have their faction leader in their last city, Cyrene, because I did not see him there. There was no faction leader. Danger gleams like sunshine to a brave man's eyes. Yes, Euripides. Danger is something that brave men strive for. Although a smart brave man does not seek danger, but he revels in the joy of danger when it comes upon him. And that's my quote. That's not from someone. I made up that quote. So there you go. Made up quotes from BradenLord here today on Rome Total War. Gonna spread our Javcav wide, and chariots wide, and pretty much just engaged their army, per usual. This is a pretty standard Egyptian deployment, as we've seen before, so not a problem. We got superior numbers in archers, we got superior numbers in cav, we got superior numbers in phalanx troops, we got superior numbers in generalage, we got superior numbers in everything, and we have superior skill, so they're pretty much dead. We're going to try to engage these Bedouin cavalry archers, or as soon as we can, because otherwise they're going to be quite annoying. Our light cavalry are able to catch up to them pretty quick, take some casualties, because camels do have a bonus, a slight bonus against horses, but it's not bad. It's not like chariots versus horses. And chariots are the best against horses, in my opinion. Elephants get the same bonus, but they're a little harder to control and all that. I'd rather use chariots against horses if given the opportunity. Now that we've swept the back there, we're going to send them behind the main phalanx line and harass them. And HP update, I say no. You probably couldn't see that because it's on the right side of my screen. Spoilers, this isn't taking up the whole screen. It's in windowed mode. And that is the secret to recording this. The generals are harassing their own men for some reason. As their phalanxes engage, they have a lot of Nubian spearmen, one Nile spearman, and their general just decided to commit suicide. That's cool. Probably because he was afraid of the cav, so he decided, yeah, I'm just going to fight their phalanxes. And the army gave up, so we're going to engage. Doop-doop-doo. We're just going to chase them down, full speed here, and all will be well. Kind of shame the second army didn't come in, but, that's okay. That's the fix. And engage, and should be done pretty soon here. How about now? Oh, well, the second army did come in. Well, then why did it say end the battle? Oh, it must have come in right after. Dang it. Well, okay, we still have plenty of time to reorganize our guys. Get our Jav Cav over here, get our Chariot Archers over here, and we should be fine. I'm not too worried. The second army is pretty similar in composition to the first, so not a problem. And they're engaging our chariot archers with their own chariots. Now, that's kind of... Chariot and chariot warfare is really random, but I have the advantage in numbers, so... Yep, we were able to take them out. And they're coming in with some cav. Their sneak attack did do some damage. So we have lost a few chariot archers here. This episode's being pretty hard on the chariot archers today. We can turn on skirmish mode and skirmish, because that's what they do best. And we're going to use our Jav Cav, who have come in to engage the Numidian mercenaries, who again are probably the second best Jav Cav in the game, right behind Pontus Cav. And we're going to try to engage their general with our chariots, because he seems to be bent on attacking our chariots with his general for some reason. So we will not defy him his wish. And we're just going to mop him up. Lose a couple chariots, but, killing a general with chariots is always fun. Meanwhile, their main battle line has pretty much lost. To us, we've probably lost a few casualties. I can see it down there. A couple casualties in our guys, but nothing too bad. The last melee unit did get a couple kills off, but he was defeated. It doesn't help that they decide to attack in the melee after their general dies, because they're really demoralized at that point. And that's pretty much everyone dead. Just one more unit to mop up, and that should be good game. You clearly won the battle. 1,200 casualties to about 100. Pretty awesome. Ah, yes, mere infantry. Poor beggars. Yeah, the later you get in the game, the less you should use your infantry. You should use your other units, like archers and cavalry, to funnel the enemy into your infantry. That's kind of what I use infantry for. Kind of like a kill zone, you could say. But again, you can really only have that luxury late in the game, when you can start late in the game, when you can actually customize the composition of your armies instead of just having to throw together everything. So this general is on shore, and I don't think I can take him. I don't think I can withstand with the current garrison. So your Uptor here with all these mercenaries. 9 mercenaries. He's going to hire 9 mercenaries. And I'm going to send him out with... Definitely need to turn down the tax rate because he was a good governor, so... Going to send out all my phalanx pikes with him. That's a pretty good army, and that should be able to fight off the Macedonians if they siege attack. And that will be nice. And we're going to start construction of a large stone wall. Just in case for some reason if they don't decide to siege attack, then I will have a large stone wall. And Sinope is getting hit by the plague now. It must have been infected by a trade route from Rhodes. You know, it's possible that the Macedonians went to war with me because maybe they got the plague from me. And maybe that made them mad. Not sure. Or maybe they had plans to attack me. Anyway, hard to say. Kind of surprised they're only sending in a... I guess they're sending in a scouting wave to assess my strengths. But, you know, I'm not going to shy away from their scouting army. I'm going to attack them full force. And again, I'm not going to try to engage them. If I happen to go attack a city before, you know, I can end... If they do take one of my cities, I'm going to have to take it back because of my conditions. And, but I'm not going to chase after it. I'm not going to destroy Macedon now. I'm just going to try to fight them as much as possible until the end of the LP. That is possible that we might not even get into a battle. But, actually that would be better because it'd be more mysterious. More mysterious. Save it for maybe when if I play as the Brudii sometime, or as the Greeks, Thracians. You know, those kind of nations. Leave a little more suspense. And we're going to auto-manage because there's nothing in there, and there's no point in fighting that. That's going to take me like 10 minutes, and there's no point. So, auto-manage that, exterminated, and we lost 1 unit to merging because I used the Control A and M to merge all units. Because, you know, I'm kind of being lazy here, but come on. I've fought through like 8 hours of this campaign. I deserve to cheat a little bit, or get lazy a little bit. And this navy can go repair at Salamis, and we're gonna add Quinareme to the ranks here because that will be nice. And 2 turns isn't too bad. Yeah, all the really advanced ships take 2 turns, but it's definitely worth it because they can take out 2 of the lesser ships pretty easily. I would say because they have 100 men. A trireme has 60 men, so 120 trireme versus 100 quinareme. But the quinareme has much higher stats as well, so those 100 men are worth a lot more. But knowing my luck, I'd probably lose every time. And they have not siege attacked. That is interesting. I'm generally concerned. Sinope still got the plague, so that's something you gotta watch out for. Hopefully they don't spread it anywhere, those contaminous dogs. And you know, looking at the mini-map, it's pretty beautiful, I gotta say. The whole 1/4 of the map is covered in blue and red. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I gotta say, Macedonia has my favorite color scheme as far as their map, because it just looks awesome to have black spots on the map with orange outline. Orange is my favorite color, by the way. And then you ask, well, why didn't you play as Scythia or Macedon? Well, you know, I want to play as Pontus because it's kind of unique. And they're kind of a challenge. They were a challenge. I will say, early on, it was tough. But, you know, okay, so, pro tip here. If you can make it past, if you can survive, if you can take Asia Minor, you're pretty much set. As long as you can do that, then it's pretty smooth sailing from there. The hardest part of the game, it takes the most skill to take Asia Minor. And then it's pretty much smooth sailing from there. And watching my LP, you've kind of seen easier battles since that point. Since I've been able to customize my armies to my play style, to my fighting style. That's something you learn as you play the game more, what kind of troops you're better at fighting with, and then you can use that to your advantage in creating armies for yourself. And our faction leader can get over here this turn, and that should dissuade them from attacking me. And can't attack him this turn. I kind of wanted to scout out his army just to see what he had. Can't attack him this turn. Gonna combine our troops, combine our fleets, and we should be able to hunt down some of their ships next turn. Our cities are doing good. Doing good. Doing good. All around. You might ask, BradenLord, well, why are you still building buildings even in the last turn? Well, call me OCD, but I really hate to leave stuff just kind of in bad shape at the end of an LP. Because I can look back, and, if I want to play more, I mean, I'm not screwing myself over, If I were to stop building stuff now, it'd be kind of iffy as to whether I could come back and do good. But, if I keep building stuff, it makes me feel better about finishing the LP and the game in general. And yeah, they have 3-unit royal pikemen, ballistas, pretty standard, small little Macedonian detachment. Nothing really to worry about. Definitely have the number advantage, and they have the slight skill advantage, but not too worried if they attack, which it doesn't look like there are. So I'm not having a problem. House of Julii are the strongest now. Well, I guess the Romans do end up being the strongest pretty much all the time, no matter what you do, unless you're directly destroying the Romans. So the Julii did climb to the heights of America. I guess the Julii probably took out the British, and that's probably why they're the strongest now. It's got to be the reason. And yep, just building stuff all around. This has been a long episode so far, but we're almost done, people. Keep watching, keep watching. If you're on YouTube, you can tell how much is left. I mean, if you want, go ahead, skip to the end. I dare you, I dare you. But you're gonna miss this. You're gonna miss the first battle with elephants, and you're gonna cry yourself to sleep because you're gonna miss the first battle with elephants. The only battle with elephants in the whole LP. You're gonna miss it because I'm gonna show you how powerful elephants are, and you are going to laugh and laugh and laugh. But before we do that, let's take our navy here and just clean up everything, because their navies are nothing compared to this navy. The computer is really bad at constructing navies, in all honesty, so they just have a lot of small navies, which are really easy to kill. Not a problem. We did lose quite a few men, but we can all retrain them right here. And just gotta make sure that I merge with correctly there. For some reason, ships have a weird merging thing, and if I play a naval nation sometime, like the British, I'll have to get into that. But, Pontus isn't really a naval nation. Doesn't really need to be. So, not a problem. We're going to save it, and we're going to siege attack. After blockading their port, of course, you got to do that. It's not going to affect anything. They really don't have anything at all threatening. They really don't. So, this is going to be a really easy battle. But I'm going to try to do this mostly with my war elephants, mercenary elephants, because the reason I can siege attack is that elephants count as a battering ram. So, if you're a nation that can't, well, I guess there's really no nation that can't build siege equipment that can train elephants. So, but elephants, they move faster in the campaign map too. So it's like it's like mobile battering rams basically, as far as siege attacking goes. But they're definitely better than battering rams because you can use them. And the guys, if you have war or armored elephants, the guys in the back can shoot missiles, which hopefully they will do. I'm going to have some pikemen for support, and these 3 units of archers. If you recall, these archers and slingers were under Pharnacus's command when he engaged the Greeks. And that was an adventure, if you remember that, guys. That was a good time. That was some very intense battles back then. That was definitely the high point as far as action goes. Definitely not the high point economically, though. Say that much. We're gonna keep our Cretan archers and Rhodian slingers back there for missile support, and we should be able to weaken their general a little bit before we go in. He's the faction leader. He's the last Egyptian. He's the last pharaoh, basically. And he's been kicked out. There's the Egyptians' last settlement. They've been kicked out of Egypt. It's pretty much game over for them. Unless they can beat this army somehow, but, they're going to have enough trouble killing our war elephants, in my opinion, so. Oh! They're going to have peasants guard the gate here, and we're going to engage with our elephants, of course. Just make sure they get all in the city. Elephants perform a little better in cities than chariots, but you know they're still kind of glitchy. And I'll probably kill myself with friendly fire. That elephant getting shot in the back with... Yeah, he died. I figured that guy would die because he was getting hit a lot. And they're really having trouble killing these peasants. Maybe I won't be able to kill them. We're going to order the kill with our Cretan archers. And boom, yep, the initial clash with our Cretan archers was enough to rout them. We're going to pull everybody in the city for backup. And I still want to leave it up to my war elephants, but, you know, I'm going to keep my guys in reserve just in case, so I don't have to waste time pulling them in later. If they lose, which they probably will. But again, they are really good at killing cavalry, and that's pretty much all they have left. So, you never know. And we're going to try to wait for them to engage us. Going to move our elephants up closer and stop them. And they're charging, so pull them out of the town center, and there we go. We're engaging their general with our war elephants. We might win, we might not. We'll have to see. And boom. Oh! Oh, the general killed himself. He killed an elephant, which landed on him and killed his men. That is awesome. That is incredible. So, okay, we have a good shot now. Now that their general's dead and their morale's kind of lowered. We are losing a couple, but we've really hurt their numbers. Because units that run away from elephants definitely have a high chance of getting gutted, especially if they're cavalry. They sent their peasants in, but they only have like 10 guys left now, because our archers were hurting them. And our archers are assisting in general in this battle here. Probably causing some friendly fire too, but, you know, you take some enemy fire, and you take some friendly fire. I still love my archers, though. And we've pretty much taken out all their cav. Take out the rest of their peasants here. And there we go. Now we're going to take out their slingers. Elephant charge! It's probably going to take a little while because they're in spread out formation. The elephants themselves probably won't take that many casualties. It'll be the archers sniping them from below. That's me doing most of the work. Usually is. The elephants when they're running around, they usually knock down guys and then the archers on top shoot them and kill them. But, you know, in heavy clusters and during the charge, the elephants are definitely very devastating. And again, if I ever play as a nation that, you know, emphasizes the elephants, I will have to show that. And we clearly won the battle, and our elephants were able to take the city pretty much by themselves with a little bit of range support. But pretty much an elephant victory. And guys, you know what that means. Cyrene has been conquered. The last settlement for us to conquer. So as of this extermination of the city, which probably isn't necessary, but I'm going to anyway, just to put it in their minds that, you know, they're dead, they're screwed. Right here, the final act. Oh, no, I don't like the red, so I'm gonna turn that down. Get rid of that temple. Still a little bit OCD, but you know. Faction destroyed Egypt, and with that, guys, this LP comes to a close. And I just want to cordially thank everybody for joining me on this adventure as I scroll around our whole landmass here. And hope you remember all the good times you've had. And I will see you next time on our next LP Pokemon Platinum. I will be coming out with an intro video where you can vote for the starter later this week, probably this weekend, and you can vote over the weekend, and then based on you guys, I will decide what starter to pick, and we'll go from there. And I'm going to save this under a special name that I save for my completed files. And wow, can't believe it's done. Only 20 parts, but you know, these have been pretty long parts. So 30 territories. We've won 90-ish battles, and we've lost only 10. Got plenty of soldiers. Our family tree is branching so nicely. Got lots of family members. A lot of dead guys in the first couple generations, but our second generation is really good. And last thing we want to look at is the stats. Look at this. All factions, we are so far ahead. Even though Macedon and the Julia are military powerhouses, as you can see here, I mean we're still up with them. But look at this, production ranking totally dominating, territory ranking totally dominating. I thought Macedon would have more than that, but I guess not. Financially, we're just totally wrecking everybody. The computer's really bad financially, to be honest. Population, we're just wrecking everybody. And overall, wrecking everybody. So, whew! First LP done here on this channel. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next LP. BradenLord signing out. Thank you for watching.